Greetings, me monsterites. I'm Monster Master Arthur. Welcome to World of Monsters. Welcome to this very special unboxing. Yes, it's so special, it hurts my mind, my brain, but more importantly, my mind. We're going to be unboxing today Deep Madness. And what you're hearing, what you were hearing at the start of this video was the actual theme song to the game. These guys created such a cool tabletop board game that they even included in with the lore and the story a theme song. Yes, and they sent that to us ahead of the Kickstarter. So this is a Kickstarter unboxing. It's gonna have a lot of cherry on. It's not just a cherry on top here, it's cherries on top. And I'm so excited because I've been waiting for this for over 2 years now. If you watched my last unboxing video of Village Attacks, which I've been really enjoying, and I hope you do watch that, you have to watch that in order to participate in the upcoming poll, then you know that that game I funded about a year after this one, and I got it about the same time. So this took a year longer to produce, and you're gonna find out soon why. Hint, it's got 163 miniatures. Now the last game had about, I think I counted about 80 or so miniatures, which was a lot with all the unlocks and stuff, but we've got so many unlocks here. Let's unbox wait, this isn't it. You know what? This was from the last one. Actually, we've got so much more stuff here that the box is right here. Look at that. It can't even fit in the camera. So this, my friends, is Deep Madness. Let's get to the cutting. Let's get started. The big moment. Ooh, so nice and clean. Here we go. Celestial Genesis. I was not expecting this. I don't know what this is exactly. Looks like this is a sneak peek or a early thing for another game. It's by Dimension Games, which is who this game is by the way. But this is Celestial, and they give us a free miniature. So that's awesome, and it looks beautiful. However, so clever. Because really, how can they do that to me? Giving me a free miniature. Of course I'm gonna do something more with it. So there you have it, folks. The contents of this box. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. That's just mean. The key is to fit all this on that little rectangle right there. So with Deep Madness here, we actually got expansions, not just extra characters or something. Here's the Endless Nightmares expansion. Oh, that is big. I thought that's the core box. Actually, the core box is, and it really is that heavy. Game 1 to 6 players. Keyword 1. I'm a lonely monster master. Then we got the Uncounted Horrors expansion, and there you have it, folks. Deep Madness. What a nice intro. You can never have too long of an intro for a good game. What are you? Oh, now I remember when I got the email saying contents of the box. First thing it mentioned was a brown cat model. Replacement for the gray one packed in Uncounted Horrors expansion. We got a cat model. Guys, we got a cat model. Seems to be no shipping damages. Well packaged. Alright, enough flirting with this product. Oh, nice. Straight away, I see what I love. Rulebook, I'm assuming, and then the miniatures. Oh, wonderful case, and they're already pre-assembled. And in a case, which means that, well, you can paint them up and you always have somewhere safe to store them and to move them. Let's take a look at the booklet real quick. Game overview. We got the contents, setup, playing the game, the rules. Starting out, we have these slimy bad boys. You can see this sci-fi horror game is very Lovecraftian inspired. You have the potential of losing your mind here, hence it's called Deep Madness. You can see where they've been connected and glued together, which is a nice reminder that they have been pre-assembled. And considering what we got with this game for the price already, it's just overkill in a good way. Squid face. The sculpts are absolutely wonderful. They're very multi-dimensional. The resin's okay. It could be better for the details, but of course that takes more expensive resin and such. But as far as for quality and strength, it is durable resin. I'm not seeing any warping yet with the plastic, so that's a really good sign. This little brain sluggy thing with a blade on its tail. And reminder, the details in each item shown in this Kickstarter will appear on the screen, so pay attention. If you love necromorphs, you are gonna love Deep Madness. Now in this game, you don't act as the monsters, you do act as the humans. These? I believe there's just one eye. Camera does not do these games justice. Go to your dungeons. Let's take a look at the scientists, or the heroes in this case. Number 2. Yes, that's right. As our monster love dictates, we just number off humans. Number 3. Nice work. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Now that was a nice break, but that was enough of humanity for now. Let's go back to monsters. Alrighty. I would love to have one as a pet. And then the final one, for now at least, are these little guys. Remind you of anything out there in the horror science fiction? So that's that for the miniatures from the core game. Again, loving the sculpts and absolutely loving the packaging. What else do we have here? Oh yes, of course, our tokens. Very similar production. Looks like it may have even been produced in the same place in China as Village Attacks. And I did get them both from the same address in Florida, but that only is a shipping harbor location, I believe. There you have it, beautiful tokens. Very nice, thick cardstock, good quality, beautiful artwork there, looking great. Look at those vibrant colors. Very well done, Deep Madness. Here's some tiles. Obviously, it's a modular type game, so you have the tiles that you lay out. It's not just a board, so you can easily modulate different and new games, or even download them or find new ones online that people have created. Here's some more tiles. Look how thick this is. See how many? Nice. That's a lot of tiles. I love big games, and I love variety. Here are some clip-ons for the bases, I believe. Some pieces to get the game parts together, some more clip-ons, and some clear bases for not plastic miniatures, but rather tokens to be able to stand up on the board and not just lay flat. So that's a nice addition to keep the game more three-dimensional. Here are the dice, and they are customized dice specific for the game, but they still have the numbers on them, so they're not completely customized. You can actually still use them for other games. Now that D12, I believe, that dice is completely customized, as you don't see any numbers there, but specific symbols for this game. Here's some small cards. I love when games include a nice variety of cards. Here's more of what you may consider full-size cards. Also very nice stack here. Let's see what it is. A utility knife. Looks like armor, accessories, weapons, stuff you can find as you're exploring the realm or the ship. Another stack of cards. Now these cards are obviously much bigger, smaller stack, game round. So these are the monster cards. It says New Flesh. Reminds me of the product New Skin. Love it. Okay, so these are kind of event cards or something that takes place with the story and gameplay around it. And last but absolutely not least, look at this, guys. Look at this. Do you want to see it clear? Do you? Well, then you better like this video down below. You know what to do. Here we go. That's right, my friends. More miniatures. You can never have enough dice, game cards, or miniatures. Tokens? Depends. One of the more powerful creatures in the game. What a beaut, what a beaut. Any of these miniatures of these games that I show off will be painted later. Look at this. Look how big he is. He's even bigger than the last one. Well, there's only one of him, or her, or it. Look at all those arms, human arms. That is a horror. The whole point of these monsters are they're so horrific. They're such nightmare creations that even gazing upon them may make you lose your mind. It's got a hole in its head. Oh, we love things with holes in their heads, don't we? Clean up your thoughts. Let's move to the next one. Oh, that's crazy looking. I cannot wait to paint this up. This is insane. Such a nasty insectoid larval stage type body. Love it. Pretty happy with the game so far, but those boss big miniatures, that just took everything to another level. Moving on, we have the Uncounted Horrors expansion. Deep Madness, Uncounted Horrors. Now let's see how in-depth this expansion really is. I love when they include this, by the way, in these board games and such, and tabletop games, because you know exactly what you should be getting. You don't have to refer to any websites. So now let's get to the more three-dimensional contents. The tiles that are included in the expansion. Here's some more item cards. Smaller stack, obviously, as it's just pertaining to this expansion here. And the characters here and the monsters. Here's one of the characters. Who does she remind you of? Come on, tell us below in the comments if you know. Here's the first miniature for the humans. Look at these pesky humans. I'm sure you can tell which one was the lady we were referring to earlier. Plus, I've got the information to the side. Sorry if I ruined the fun. And those are the humans for you. Now you get a little extra stuff also in this expansion, such as these. I forgot what these are. Look at that addition. It's a great expansion there. Let's clear the surface up for the main attraction. Let's start with the smallest and go up in size. That's what she said. Here we go. We have this one with a nice spiky kind of flail or mace-like bottom tentacles. What a lovely little creature, isn't it? It seems so harmless. Next in size. Now, if you thought we had squid face earlier, take a look at his mouth. Can this camera do it justice? Concept art is brilliant behind these creatures. Let's jump to the next one in size. Look at this hulking beast of a beast. And next in size, it's baby Cthulhu. Not literally. Next in size, Tentacle Ama. What a wonderful piece to paint all of them. Next in size, look at that. It's like a big bad Venom, just without any eyes and a crazier tongue. And last but not least, look at the spines. That's right, I didn't say spine, I said spines. Look, human faces. Can't you wait to see this all painted up and worked up? So that's that. As you can see, again, the packaging nicely fits in the... Oh, there's more miniatures. Just a sec. Nicely fits the miniatures and game pieces all with this black background. Here are some clip-ons for the bases again, probably to show off the power or the health level. Now what these are, I believe this was part of the unlocked benefits when we funded this, is instead of having a token, we have actual miniatures symbolizing different parts of the game. We also have the cat. This is the one that's going to be replaced by the brown cat. Here's an insane little sculpt. Looks like a humanoid torso in the ground. An egg or something. And the final expansion, it's hard to even call this an expansion as the size of this box is the same as the core game. Again, the quality of the box is the same. Awesome. All nice textured. There's the back of it. Nice and simple. Really doesn't let you know what's in the game. I mean, there's a list, but that's about it. Speaking of which, here's the back of the core game, which also only teases you a little bit. Doesn't show you enough. Personally, I think if they show pictures of at least some miniatures with numbers, that'll get buyers more excited. I know that's what I like to see when I look at the backs of these types of games, because obviously there is no lack of miniatures in Deep Madness. Here's the Endless Nightmares expansion booklet. Again, we're going to have our contents and then rules, storybook, additional quests and such. Missions in this case, being a futuristic style game. Tokens galore. Gotta love colorful, lovely tokens like these. That just hints at what's gonna be in here. Take a look at that. And again, what I noticed while playing Village Attacks, the wonderful thing with this thick cardstock is you can pop these tokens out like so, and then you can place them back in. So if you want to resell the game, you can pop every one of these tokens back in, put it flat in the box, and resell it just like a new game. Ooh. The reason why this box is so big is the best reason of all. Again, miniatures. There's a lot of them. Here's the miniature tray, at least the first one. Our first creation. Huge egg sack, and of course, humanoid face. Nice tongue action. Here at World of Monsters, we never deny quality tongue action. These, now it's a bit bigger. Again, wonderful tongue action. I've seen the Strigoi of the Strain, where I talked about those vampiric creatures. Yeah, these tongues will be very reminiscent of those. Oh, I love this one. I forgot the name of it. Twisted humanoid form creeping and crawling toward you with its butt out. These this tonguey here with the jaw. It's a tongue jaw. First time we have a tongue jaw. Let's make our own World of Monsters vocabulary for that. A tongue-jaw, or a jung. Yes, it's got a jung. And on the larger end, we have this naughty creature. Obviously, they're very naughty. They have many tentacles, right? That reminds me of the Tyrannids a bit. Wonder if this creature has some psychic or mental ability. Now let's take a break from the creatures and let's go to the human end of things. We have her with double daggers. Whatever is she gonna do with that? We're gonna have to supply her with some heavier stuff. We have this guy. Looks like he's holding donuts. He might as well make his death easier and quicker. Actually, the death by these creatures does not look quick and relaxing at all. It looks lengthy, painful, or everlasting. This one looks like a vampire. And then you get this power suit. I love these kind of additions, and you must understand the feeling, especially if you've played games like Fallout. When you get that nice suit, oh, it just makes life so much easier, doesn't it? And one of the components I am most excited about, it's a turret, and I don't mean the disease or disorder. I mean this stationary, powerful weapon. Again, if you've played Fallout or games like that, you have respect for such items. You just place it there, you don't feel so lonely in the world, and they just blow everything to smithereens. Now we go back to some more monstrosities. We start with quite a large one. It looks like in this expansion, we have a bit more sentient, or really kind of more mentally developed creatures. Again, tentacle mouth. It almost looks like an evil, twisted sorcerer of sorts. Look at that. It's like the Banshee before she became a ghost. First it's a lovely lady, then she becomes twisted like this, and then she becomes the Banshee. That's insane. There's barely any face on her. Just a huge gaping mouth. That's the whole face, basically. Sweet. I wonder if these are like cultists? It's certainly not just human. Look at the size of that arm. So yeah, not straight up human. Speaking of humans, here's some more. We have her, slender and ready to go. We have him, boasting his huge gun. I like the mix of female and male characters included in the game, and not only in the human characters, but in the monstrosities as well. Tubes, tentacles, fins, and hands. And the rest of the contents, which is more minis, big minis. First of all, we have these character cards. Nest, more cards. Nice thick pile. Heavy drill. Ooh, everybody needs a heavy drill in the future. Note to self. Christopher Dalton. More clear clips. Everything will be painted up once it's ready for our playthrough. Thick closed door. And now the monsters, starting from the smallest. We have these, an even bigger version of the kind of spider with the sacks on its back. And again, that face, one only a Monster Master and Mother could love. There you go. Tentacles galore. Also, if you use Nurgle in your 40k battle, consider these as a little fun addition. And let me start from the back, just to tease you more. The singles. It's another one with wings. Ooh, this one's so nasty. It's so ugly. Look at the base, too. Lovely work on the base. Actually, three-dimensional sculpted base. It's like Monty Python had a nightmare. And next in size. Brainy on the top. Very nicely textured. A lot of contrast in the sculpt there. The final miniature of this entire unboxing. Here it arises from the depths. Look at the size difference, just when you didn't think it could get any better. Oh, that's so wildly mixed up. Reminds me of another successful game out there. Kingdom Death Monster also has wild creations like this, but these are even more possibly distorted and more kind of octopusy, squidish Lovecraftian. In the box of big monsters, look at that tentacle running all the way around there. Absolutely splendid. And again, this lovely miniature for the Celestial game. I don't remember this even being mentioned on the Kickstarter. So that, my friends, was Deep Madness. And there's going to be a follow-up video coming up soon. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Keep an eye out for great Kickstarters. I mean, look at this. It was $100 backing, shipping not included, with over 160 miniatures. That's a lot of miniatures. That's a lot of content. It was the greatest deal I ever found for these kind of games. That's why it was the first one I ever backed. So if you see another deal that good, do let me know in case I miss it. So always remember that we welcome your monstrosities, your creations to this channel. We love to share such things. And before you go, do leave us your thoughts on what you thought of this unboxing, this game, and do check out our Village of Tags game unboxing and see how you feel. And await our follow-up video to these unboxings. Until next time, stay monstrous, my friends, wherever you are.